Once you click that, now you live.
Okay, I'm live now.
Go to YouTube. Go with the YouTube and the tab.
Okay.
Right. Okay, click on your channel. Click on your channel and let's get on MySpace channel. No. Go. DJ Made. Go to your channel. There you go. You see where it says live right now? It says live.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, sure you.
Yeah, and I got drop. I got you. I got you. Yeah, I got drop. I got you. Let me turn my volume down a little bit. All right, let me drop the link. All right, now I'm live now. Let me drop that link on my. All right. Yeah, make sure y'all smash that like button. I sure appreciate, man. Hey, they got some real ones. All right, I appreciate that, man. Let me get my cousin that link. Okay, we got it. Click on the link in my chat on my YouTube. Yeah, let me lock in your number. Let me lock in that number. Well, they got some real ones on YouTube, man. Ain't too many real ones out there like they used to be. At all. All right. That works. Okay, I see what it is. I gotta fix that. Let me fix that right. Yo, y'all gotta give me time to work on this. I'm learning, man. I'm gonna play with this for a little while to figure things out. All right, yeah, that's what I want. All right, while he click on the link, y'all give me time. He gonna click on that link, and then we gonna go ahead and try to do this all over again. I can even see the comments on the side. That's a bet. Oh, Cole! Hey, man. Like I said, it's some real ones out there. Oh, Cole! Hey, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. It's some real ones out here. All right. Link. I already dropped the link in the chat. All right, there you go. Hey man, I need to give me a blue screen next. Yeah, I got the mic. I got plugged up right now. That's what I'm talking on. That's what I'm talking on right now. One of these mics. Okay, hold on. Okay, is that better? Hey, text me, let me know if that's better. Okay, hold on. I gotta click on the link. There you go. There you go. Yeah, there you go.
Why are you echoing?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure that part because I only got one mic. Everybody keep telling me I'm getting feedback, and I already turned the other mic off already.
Yeah, it sounds like it's 4 of you.
Hold on. Let me figure this mic. That in audio. Oh, that's why. Let me figure that. Automatically, that's mic. Okay, does it sound better or worse?
Oh, there you go. That's no echo.
I'm still learning on the go, man. All right, introduce yourself real quick. Let the people know who you is.
Can people see me? Oh, it says I'm in the show.
Yeah, you are. You on YouTube and you're on my channel. I had to learn how to do this.
Oh, wow. Wow. Well, hello, everybody. It's your boy BZ in the motherfucking me building, bitch. And I'm coming to you loud, live, and in motherfucking me color hole.
Let them know your YouTube channel.
My YouTube channel, you can subscribe to it, is officially BZ. Or Branding08. You know how, YouTube do with the names and stuff like that. But officially BZ. You should be able to find me on there. I do singing videos, monologue videos, shared scenes. You'll catch my work I've done previously, and modeling, acting, and singing at an expo I did recently. Yeah, I'm your upcoming superstar. Period, Pooh.
That you are. And by the way, this is my cousin, by the way. No doubt about it if you don't notice. We got
Blood cousins, first cousins, honey. Let them know.
Yes, sir. Now, y'all already know my channel. Y'all already know how I get down, how I'm coming up on here. We supposed to do this like a week ago. I couldn't figure out how I was gonna do it, how I was gonna share the screen. Shout out to Oko. Shout out to Big Man. You know what I'm saying? Big Man hooked me up, got me all fired up on here. Shout out to him. Now some of my topics I chose for this video strictly a little bit random, but it's on topic at the same time. Now, what I wanted to ask you, cousin, how do you feel about all this what's going on in America, further as this some of this hate crime for Asians, and do you feel like they're missing out for us as Black people? Do you feel like that should be written in the law to help us, not just Asian hate crimes for Asians is now against the law? I don't know if you knew that.
I didn't know that.
Yes, it's now illegal to do a hate crime against Asians, especially against the coronavirus.
That's probably why they made it illegal, because of the whole corona, because people believe that they started it. It's crazy. People have this, oh, Asian people started the coronavirus. Just like people misconception think that gay people started AIDS and HIV, and that's just not right. Hell, if they gonna do that for Asian people, Hell, they need to do it for the gay people too who get flapped. Cause
And while we on that topic, what do you think about this Jussie Smollett situation? What do you feel about this whole situation with him?
um I can't say whether he did it or not. I wasn't there. I can't say if he's guilty or not. What I can say is if he did do what the courts have declared he has done, then of course, you should be punished for your actions for doing wrong. But I don't think that he should. I mean, it's too late. He's already blackballed. But I don't think he should have to suffer for this for the rest of his life because I think they really have blown this out of proportion. They don't even do this when, you know, for more serious things such as a white cop killing an unarmed black man. But y'all making this Jesse Smollett seem like it's the motherfucking deadliest sin that could ever be fucking committed in America. And that's just, it baffles me. Like y'all don't have this same energy over more serious shit in the world. But this man literally told a fucking lie, regardless how big the fucking lie was. If he lied, I'm gonna say if because I don't know what to be true. I don't go by what I see and what I hear. Okay. I don't know if he did, if he lied, or if he did not. We know the courts, they get shit wrong all the time. It's innocent black men sitting up in motherfucking prison right now for crimes they didn't even fucking commit. So fuck that. The system is all fucked up and screwed up any the fuck way. So, they just let this guy, what's that motherfucking 19, 20-year-old that killed the innocent person.
I
He
know
out
you're
on the
talking about,
loose.
and he just took a picture with Donald Trump. He
Yeah,
just
and
recently
he
took a
out on
picture
the
with Donald
loose
Trump.
doing interviews and shit. They glorifying
He
his
just
ass.
recently said, "Fuck LeBron James." Just
He
recently,
what?
he just recently it was a video on what's the name of that damn shit that be always popping up? TMZ came with a video showing that he actually said "fuck LeBron James."
See, so it's shit like that. Like this man, y'all ain't worried about this man. This man is out on the loose, after killing an innocent person or injuring another. And y'all just whatever. But Jussie Smollett, y'all over here trying to badger this man and read him for
Well, the
filth
only problem
and
I got
condemn
with
him to
Justin
hell.
Smollett, the problem I got with him dates back to when he killed Empire. I feel like that he's the reason Empire is off TV because of him. They ended the series because of him. That's the way I really feel. I feel like they ended
Well,
him.
well, no, not exactly because Empire already was what you call it.
It was gonna get an additional season because I was a big fan of it. They was gonna get one more season out of that. They
I
was
mean,
going to get
if you
one
think
more
about
season.
it, Empire was already on the verge of ending. Like we already had got to. It was really nothing much they could do with Empire. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's a show that would have went on for 10, 15, 20 seasons. I
Yeah, I
think
know,
it
but they
ended.
could have went on for one. They was gonna do one more because the fans were demanding it before it ended. The fans were demanding one more season, and they was on the verge of considering it.
Can you
But
turn up
when
your
Justin
volume? You're a
Smollett
little
did that,
low.
huh?
Can you turn up your volume? You're kind of low.
Okay, can you hear me better now?
No, it's still the same.
Okay, hold on, let me adjust that.
I mean, I can hear you. It's just like it's low as fuck.
Like from 1 to 10, how low is it?
Like a good 4.
Okay, I'm about to figure some more of this out. Like I said, I'm still playing with everything, figuring it out.
Because I'm assuming if you're low, I wonder if you're low to them as well, like that to the
Hold on, let me see if I
viewers.
can adjust that. Hold on. Audio, speakers, mic. Does that
Does
make
that
it
make it
better or
better or
worse?
worse?
That's worse because now you're echoing again.
Okay, hold
Okay, hold
on.
on.
Okay, is
Okay,
that
is that
better or
better or
worse?
worse?
It's worse because now you're low and you're echoing.
Okay, let me go back to the other one till I figure it out.
In that blue bin and the
Okay,
cruelty.
better or worse?
It's better. You're still low, but you're not as low as you once before, and you're
Okay,
not echoing.
I'm about to still figure some of this out. I'm still working on it. All right, somebody in the chat say I did not watch Empire. Yeah, a lot of people did. A lot of people didn't. It was a good show. Um, now on you.
Mm-hmm. You do.
How do you feel about the young man that's what's that young lady name? His son is gay, but he wants to be trans. What's the young man name? She's a famous woman, and it's the man is a basketball player.
Are you talking about LeBron? Not LeBron. What's his name? The other basketball player. The one
He's
that
getting
married Gabrielle Union.
yes, her well, um, her son. I don't know which way to call it. I don't know. I don't know the correct terminology to use, but they're getting a hell of a lot of slack from people. What do you feel about that? You there? I think he's froze. Okay, y'all give him time to come back. I think he's froze. Okay, come back whenever you fix your audio. He's frozen. He's gonna come back in a minute. Whenever he get his stuff fixed, he'll come back. Gabrielle Union's son or daughter. I don't want to use. I want to use the correct terminology for it. Anybody else want to come in? Y'all go ahead and hit the link. Is anybody else that want to come on up? Y'all welcome to. Again, I'm working on my audio video. I do need a blue screen or a green screen. I found one on Amazon for 30 bucks. Let me put that on the screen so I can know what I'm trying to get. Give me 1 second. That's my Cash App right there. If y'all want to help me get me a blue screen or a green screen, if you want to, y'all don't have to, but if you do, that's my Cash App if you so choose to. And again, it's greatly appreciated. I'm gonna get a green screen behind me so I can use the app the way I really want to. It's I think it's like 30 bucks. Let me look on Amazon. I think I found one for like 30 bucks. Yeah, it's 30 bucks. Um Oko, y'all come up in here with me. Y'all want y'all to share this moment with me because like I said, this is my first time um doing this here. There is the link. Y'all come on in here and join me. But further as Jesse, while my cousin comes back and I guess he's gonna refix his phone or whatever the case may be. Further as Jesse Smollett, I will say they making a too much of a big deal of his situation. I think they need to get a man a fine and be done with it and let it go. Some stuff you just gotta let it go. But him being a black man, a black gay man, you know, I think they got it out for him. I do. I don't think that man deserved to be locked up, if you ask me. In my opinion, I don't think he deserved to be locked up. But there's something else that I talked about yesterday on my Facebook Live. All right, he's back, y'all. He's back. Let me add him on. Welcome back.
I don't know what happened, but
You got froze and you had to you just froze up in the middle of your conversation.
right, exactly. But
But
yeah,
but continue what you were saying.
um, for Gabrielle Union's son, what's the basketball player name? Davion, you remember? You know that the name of the basketball player Gabrielle Union married to? Dwayne Wade. Yes, Dwayne Wade, their son, with their daughter, or I don't know what I'm gonna say.
Trans.
They.
That's what I use.
I'm gonna
Trans.
say they because I don't know if they want to be called he or she. So I'm gonna say they. I'm gonna use those pronouns. They, them. You know, for people you don't know what they want to be preferred as, this is a lesson for a good lesson for you. You could either say trans. What I want to say trans because they haven't transitioned. They appear to dress as a woman, but some people still like to, if you don't know, just say they or them.
And that's
Keep it
another question. If
generalized
you in the
like that.
mall or you in the store and you happen to bump into someone, what would be the proper way you would say to, because that I think they wrote that into a law this year as of 2022. I think they written that into law. You must call people to what they want to be called by. If
Right,
that
right.
person is a trend or what trans, or you must that I mean that I think they make, I don't know what the exact law that it's called, but it's gonna be law as of next year. So what advice do you have to people that are straight? I'm gonna say straight people.
What just like I was saying, if you're a heterosexual person, even if you're a homosexual person, and you're not sure what to refer to someone as a he or she, simply say use the pronouns they and them. Keep it simple as that, because I can't offend you if I generalize it, like refer to you as they or them or you, or avoid anything with a he or she or it. Definitely don't say it. That's very offensive. Um, but use different pronouns if you're not sure, or ask them what their name is and call them by that. Um,
Well, I do have somebody did text me a question to ask you. Um, the question is, how do you know if you're gay or straight, and what age is inappropriate to not know what you are?
See, this is the thing, and people. A lot of heterosexual people do this because they don't understand, they don't know. But some gay people are created in the sense that they have been molested, you know, so they've been exposed with an early age or whatever have you. Even an adult, you could be raped and want to experience the same sex now because of that situation. But there are other people who are born into it, like me. Okay. I've always been this way. It's never been no other way but gay. Okay, I had an attraction of females as a child, this, that, and the other, but I came into who I naturally was. I've always had dreams of guys, of sleeping with guys since I was 10 years old. Didn't even understand. I've always had an interest in looking up the male diaphragm and all that shit since I was a fucking preteen. And I didn't even know why. I was just so mesmerized by it. And didn't even realize that I was
Yeah,
aroused
we
by
know
it.
we used to
Cause
love you some Ti. That's for sure.
yeah, I did love some Ti back in the day, but at that point when I knew I was gay already when Ti was on the scene. Um, but there's no such thing as, oh, it's too early for somebody to fucking know. Bitch, you're not too early to know if you like Barbie dolls or cars, if you like spinach versus carrots. Bitch, you know what you like already as a fucking baby child. Teen, it doesn't matter. So don't sit and tell me that I'm too early to decide my sexuality. First of all, some people's sexualities are decided for them. It's forced upon them, or they naturally know. You're
Well,
naturally know.
I'm
And
gonna add this into the conversation. When you go into the store, I got a daughter that's 9. Now, when you go to the store and go to the toy aisle, there are dolls that are trans now. You can now buy toys that are
What?
trans. Yes, there are toys for kids, minors that don't know, unsure of what they are, and they got dolls now to where they have. Um,
I think that is great.
I feel like that part is kind of pushing the envelope because you're now telling that child, okay, if I play with this doll that has such and such, it's okay for that. I believe that person should have their own decision of what they choose to be when that age becomes when they can form a more
But
opinion
who
of
are you to
themselves.
tell somebody what age they have to decide their sexuality?
Meaning that I mean like when you come into your own resolution of yourself, where you can
But
define your own self.
again, who are you to decide when that is supposed to
No, I'm
happen?
not saying me. I'm
No,
saying
I'm generalizing. Who are you to say when somebody is supposed to decide when? Bitch, this is not no motherfucking me. Oh, I'm 18 years old, so I know if I want.
okay. I'm sorry, y'all. He froze up again. Okay, he's coming back. There he
I'm
is. There
back.
he is. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, like that really what pisses me off about it all. And I'm gonna get into that too because you said one thing that was a trigger, which was the pushing the envelope. But it definitely pisses me off when people want to sit up there and say, "Oh, they're too young to know whether they want to be transitioned to a man or a woman, or if
But
they
hold
want to
on
be
though.
gay or straight."
They haven't even hit puberty yet. I'm only saying it because when we young, we don't. Okay, let's take us for instance, me and you, right?
Yeah,
We're young and we don't know what we like, whether we like man or women. We don't know that just yet until we come into this thing called puberty. Whenever puberty hits us, then we kind of have a somewhat of what we like. By then, you kind of somewhat, like you said, you kind of know which way you're gonna be, whether you want to or not. You kind of know, what you like at that point in time, anyway.
but you see, people, but you got to think about it. Generations change, things advance.
Right.
As humans, we are evolving all the time. So yes, it may have been when I finally came about, I was in that preteen stage and becoming into a teenager. So that's when shit hit me at 14. That's when I finally accepted and realized who I was at 14. But there are people, children are realizing this ahead of time.
Younger,
It may
yeah,
seem too
younger, but
young.
it doesn't. But I mean, I'm saying it, and what I mean, like I'm a parent now. I'm a parent. I look at things all the way around 360 now. Kids know Google like a motherfucker. Let's just keep it
Yeah.
real. If you don't want to tell your kids what this and what that and what this is, them motherfuckers will Google that shit.
Yes.
You know what
At
I'm
3 years
saying?
old.
And that helps them. It helps and harm them at the same time because they can make a determination. Well, damn, I could be bisexual and my parents will accept me, or I could
Okay,
be
but what's
this,
wrong with
now I
that?
could be that.
What's the problem with that? Why is that a problem?
It's I'm gonna tell you like this. I had a conversation with my baby mama a while back, and we talked about this. What if my daughter, my daughter don't know anything about what she thinks at this moment at this point, and she asked me what would I do if my daughter chose to be gay or bisexual? Would I accept her? And I say I would have no choice but because that's my kid at the end of the day. Would it hurt me? Do I want to have grandkids someday? Yeah, I do. But at the same time, it's her
And
choice.
she still can, regardless of her being gay or not. So you can't use that as an excuse because, and then another thing is, she may not even want to have kids. So even if she was straight, she may say, even if she's, we're just gonna speak as if she, straight, whatever. Be her being straight. Let's just say she's straight, okay? Even if she is still straight as an adult, she may not decide to have kids, and then you still ain't got no grandkids.
And that's a scary thing. I can't speak for others parents, but that's a scary thing because you know like you say, time and people are revolving every day. And I would like my child, my blood to continue to keep it going. If that's what, she chose to. Definitely if I had a son, whatever he chose to do, I gotta the question would just ask me, how do I feel about it if my daughter was to become, gay or bisexual or whatever it is that she wanted to be. And I would have to accept it. That's just what it comes down to. Am I gonna turn my back on my child? No. Would I be a disappointed a little bit? Yes. Because I
Why?
mean, why? I've always wanted a kid. I talked about it all the time when I was young. I wanted a kid, and it's like it's just a hard pill to swallow because like, for instance, do you want kids someday? You yourself, do you see yourself having another you? Because you're not gonna always be here. We're not gonna always be here. Your legacy,
No,
what do you have?
I go back and forth with it all the time. One day I want one child, one day I don't. I don't really see myself having kids, but that could change. But why would it be a disappointment if your little girl came out to you at 16 and said, "Dad, I am gay or bisexual"? Why would that be a disappointment?
Like I said, I would accept it because that's my that's still gonna forever be my baby till today she died. But it would hurt me in a sense as now I don't know if I'm ever gonna have grandkids at this point.
We
When that
already talked,
kid
but
is
we already
born.
got through that part. It won't, that shouldn't, if you're going to use that, if that's going to be your reason for being disappointing, you got to realize that she could, like I said, she could remain straight and still not have kids as a straight woman. So you would be disappointed either way. If you think
Fact.
about it, if that's your reason and why you'll be disappointed because you want grandkids, you got to think about the other side. Either she could be gay and not want grandkids, or straight and you had no grandkids. It goes either way.
This is why I try to show her, you know me, I was wild. I was fucking wild. Okay, I was beyond wild at one point. But since I now have a daughter, my perception of things that I do and say, I made it a little bit. I'm still me. Don't get me wrong. I'm still me, but I'm me at a different at an evolved stage because now I want my daughter to see a different perception of man. Meaning that I open the door for my daughter. She didn't got to the point to where she will sit in that car until I come open that door. Or if I don't open that door with daddy, you not gonna open the door? Or she would stand at the store. When I go to the store, she would stand at that door and wait. Those are traits that I'm putting in her now at a young
Yeah.
age. That way, when she does decide to start dating or we start letting her date, well, damn, my daddy opened the door. He don't even open the door for me. Those are just old school roots that I'm trying to give to her, and then whatever she so choose to do with it, at least I tried to instill in her what my cores and what my values were. And it may not be her values, you know what I'm saying? Our kids ain't gonna go with everything that we want. They're just
Right.
not.
You know, I want to go back to something you said about pushing the envelope. First of all, there is people want to call this say this gay agenda, and that is being forced upon kids. It's called making people aware
But
of
what
that
age is
there's
too?
not
But
just
what age
one.
is too young? Answer that question. What age is too young for you? For instance, if
There's
you take your little
ain't
niece,
no
hold on,
too
hold on, hold
young
on.
nothing,
Let's say you
because
take your little niece to the store and she sees a penis in the store on a doll, and she doesn't know anything about a penis. But when she sees that and she asks you, uncle or cousin, what's that?
that let her know that's a penis, that a boy has, a girl has a vagina. Have that conversation.
Yeah, but don't you? I mean, you give those conversations when they're big enough to take a bath on their own. They don't need any assistance of doing that. Then you
But you're gonna
explain.
but instead of parents, they always try to hide their kids and not show them something because they feel like it's too soon
They
or
try to keep them
whatever.
innocent. That's
But
the word. We try to keep them innocent.
innocent, right? But the world is not innocent.
We all know that. That's a
Everything is
fact.
so advanced now. These kids can get a hold of something quicker. That's
True.
why it's better for you to tell your child now, because they're gonna find out later in the wrong way. So when do you want to tell your child what's out there right now before they fucking see it when you
You
don't
are
want them
correct.
to?
You are 100% correct. Because I'll share something with you of my own. My daughter is in the fourth
And that's
grade.
what I was gonna be my next point.
My daughter's in the fourth grade, and she got friends that are already gay. She got friends
Yeah.
already in her school. And she told me, what some of this stuff is. Some of the stuff I'm not hip to some of the new words until she told me what what some of these words, polygraph, polygraph relationship. Like she didn't tell me what some of these things. I had no idea what some of these things are until she made me aware. Even on Roblox, there's bisexual games on the game. I had no idea on some of this stuff.
And this is perfectly fine. You know why? Because there are kids who are being. I was in school getting picked on since I can fucking remember, second grade on down. Okay, I was picked on majority of my years of motherfucking school before I even realized that I was gay. I was already being called that on a regular basis every single day. Okay, picked on horrendously. So, and that's because what these kids learned from their homes, their parents instilled homophobia into those kids. And so they go to school and they pick on these kids who are different from them, who don't even realize what they are. Some of them do, but some of them didn't. I was one of the ones who didn't even fucking have a clue. Okay? And I'm sitting here being called something and feeling bad about myself. And when I didn't even know who I was. Okay? So it is important, and I'm glad that all these people are putting these different things out here about having gay Barbie dolls and gay TV shows and gay cartoons so that these people can see and learn from an early age. I don't give a fuck. They need to learn because if you old enough to call somebody gay, that means you know what it is at motherfucking 4 years old. If you sit there and call it, oh, that's gay, bitch, then you should know what the fuck it goes behind it. Get the whole education behind it. Because it's horrible
like
that you got parents.
But their mind are like a sponge. They gonna soak up all of that shit. For instance, I didn't know Superman became gay now. I just recently seen the trailer where Superman's son is gay.
Yeah, Superman's son. Yep. Mm-hmm.
But we all grew up on the original Superman. Superman was never gay. But again, like you say, we're living in a different day, a different era.
And why is that a problem? It all goes back to why is it a problem?
Why is it okay for heterosexuals to have sex?
And why is it exactly? Why is it okay to show heterosexual love and sex scenes? I watched that since I was a kid. When you supposed to be watching it with your parents, and how is that acceptable for
it's just like the Cardi
kids
B's
to
of
see
the
that
world.
at a young age, to
It's
see a
just like the Cardi B's
heterosexual
and the Nicki
couple
Minaj's of the world.
What?
It's just like the Nicki Minaj and the Cardi B's and the Beat Kings of the world. Get that bread, get the hit. All these kids know these songs, and they actually try to live that shit now at a young age. They said, I can get this money, I can get this head, I can get this cash up, I can do an OnlyFans, all this shit. I mean, like I say, we're living in a time to where young people are doing shit that they should really supposed to wait, but nobody's waiting no more. Let's just put it out there. Nobody's waiting anymore. Everybody's doing it.
But that's a totally different thing than homosexual, than LGBT.
How everything is sexualized. Damn near everything is sexualized on TV. 90% of what you see on TV is damn near sexualized.
That's because that's what gets ratings. That's what keeps people on. That's what keeps people engaged. And it's crazy how people are so against all sex, but they love watching it. Ain't that something?
Can't argue with that. Can't argue with that. That's a fact. That's why I say 90% of what you see on TV is sexualized. Everything on the radio is something about sex. Making love, breaking up, getting back together, having angry sex, good sex, all kind of sex. You know what I'm saying? So it's like everything is just sexualized. Now, like I say, gay has been taken to a whole nother level ever since the Me Too movement has came into the deal. Everything has been more Me Too, time's up, all of that. Now, some of that I'm for, and some of that I'm not. Just like I don't know how. I'm gonna ask you, how do you feel about the R. Kelly situation? Do you feel that you're guilty of it, or do you feel like these women were old enough and they knew what the fuck they were doing? They got paid for it.
I feel like it's a mixture of all. I think I think it's a mixture of everything. I believe R. Kelly is a very sick man. I feel sorry for him in a sense that, you know, pedophilia is a sickness.
And they now have a flag
So
here. I don't know if you know that, but there's now a flag, like a gay flag. There's now a pedophilia flag now that is legal, that we
what?
cannot take down. There is now a flag. That is
Oh
look it up.
wow.
I can't make this shit. You can Google. There's a pedophilia flag now.
Well, it's a sickness and that he has, and that needs to be treated, but it won't because he's so narcissistic and he can't see that what he's done is wrong. He truly believes in his mind he's never done anything wrong. So when you have a person who thinks like that, you can never help them. So he's gonna forever be stuck where he's at because he's been doing it for so long that it seems so right to him. He's actually probably flabbergasted right now in prison that he's sitting in there because he's like, what did I do wrong? Because he does not believe he's done nothing wrong. And that's the sad, unfortunate part about
He's
it.
been knowing too.
Yeah, that's why I said it's a mixture of everybody. It's not just R. Kelly.
It's all
It
his
was
fault,
it's
or
a
do you feel like? I mean, put it this way. I know you love Aaliyah. Do you feel like he
yes, I
really
do.
married Aaliyah?
Huh?
Do you really feel like R. Kelly actually really had sex with Aaliyah?
Yeah, he did. He did. He definitely manipulated her. I do believe he manipulated her. He had some type of mind and power control over her. She was 14 years old, you know. So, and this is an adult man, and no telling what he could have been telling my boo, my baby girl, at that age. No telling. I mean, this man made a whole album called Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. He put the pedophilia out there, and he's
He was
standing in
sitting
the
on the side of
background of
on
her
the side of
album
the building
cover.
of the album. He was sitting on the side of the building. We all seen the album.
Yeah. And it's called AJ Nothing with a Number with R. Kelly blurred out in the background. Come on now. Come on now.
I
It
mean,
was blatant.
he alleges that it was music. It was music inspired.
No, no,
That's what his words
no.
were in the transcript. It was
That
music inspired.
album definitely had R. Kelly manipulating a
Well, he produced
teenager.
the album because the I forgot who was over the record label at the time. They asked R. Kelly to work with Aaliyah,
Yeah,
and somehow
it was her uncle.
Uncle Barry
Yes.
Hankerson, as a matter of fact, they asked Barry Hankerson for R. Kelly to work with Aaliyah. But I think what ended up happening, they was in that studio more than what they should have been together.
It was stuff that happened that we don't even know about that we can only imagine.
Because when she
And you
came on
know,
106 Park that day and they
they
asked her a simple question, are you and R. Kelly more than friends? Well, she say, well, that's exactly what we are. But R. Kelly had this smirk on her face, like, yeah, that's what y'all think it to be.
Well, Damon Dash, I watched a recent interview. I don't know if it was recent or years ago, but he did state that yeah, this was recent because after Aaliyah albums came out again, they were re-released. Damon Dash had a few interviews and he said that Aaliyah went through a hard time. And that was something that she didn't even want to talk about, but she got through it. She was strong. And I do feel like R. Kelly, he did harm her and did some damage to her, but I'm so glad that it didn't, that she was able, from what Damon Dash has expressed to us in that interview, that she was able to deal with it. And she could have still been dealing with it, you know, and could have been masking it. She could have just been, because some shit we don't get over, we just know how to deal with, on a
Cope.
daily or weekly, whatever. But I just think it was an unfortunate situation. They're in the little closet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So in essence, do you think R. Kelly deserved what he got, or do you think he should have got less than what he got? Because now,
I
I don't
think
know if he kept up with it. The up to date is he's on an appeal. He now has Bill Cosby appeal attorneys, and it's looking like he damn near might get out because there's a lot of shit that they did to that man that was illegal at the same time during his trial. I don't know if you watched the trial and whatnot.
I didn't even watch the little specials they had on
Surviving
Netflix.
R. Kelly.
Yeah, because I just don't like them talking about Aaliyah and she's not here. I just don't like that. She's not here
I don't like
to.
they bring it up in the trial. That's what I'm saying. They used some of that in his trial,
Yeah, they did. They did.
and they was
And
not supposed to. But like I say, I'm not for or against the situation because, like I said, I don't have no cake in the fight, no dog in the fight either way it go. But what I will say, I agree with what you said. The only reason I believe that he did do something because when she came on 106 in Park back, you can actually look this up on YouTube. It was an interview, and they asked Aaliyah, "Are you and R. Kelly more than friends?" Well, she said, "That's what we are," and she started laughing. But R. Kelly had this smirk on her for like, "That's what y'all think that we are."
that wasn't on 106 in Park. That you must be talking about back in the early 90s.
Whatever it
Because
was R. Kelly and Aaliyah on the show together, and they flat out just asked her.
yeah, I watched. I know what you're talking about. That was like right when she first came out,
Right. But they were heavily seen together a lot
and
around this time.
they were. I think they were dressed in the same outfits. They had on matching outfits, and they were
Right.
sitting on the couch talking
Right.
to a reporter.
And they
And you
just
could
flat
just
out asked her.
tell Aaliyah. Well, in my opinion, Aaliyah looked very uncomfortable. She looked very controlled, nervous, uncomfortable. Um, it's just unfortunate. It's really unfortunate that whatever he was doing to her and he did to her physically, mentally, emotionally. He took a toll on
So
her.
do you think the time up in Me Too movement had a lot to do with that, or you think they should have stayed out of it? Because a lot of that's the reason some of the charges were finally brought to him because of that Me Too and time is up now movement.
Well, I'm for the Me Too movement as well. You know, I like that people are coming out and speaking upon those who have sexually abused them. You know, and one of the major things that I dislike is that people want to say, well, why you didn't say nothing when it happened years ago? I cannot stand stupid bullshit as people who like to give opinions on shit that they don't even put themselves in the same person's shoes. Like, you cannot sit up
What
here
do
and
you feel about the
say,
Bill Cosby situation? It happened over 60 years ago and they prosecuted him. How do you feel about that? Something that happened over 60 years ago. Do you feel
it
like
don't
there
matter
is
if it
a
happened
statute of
motherfucking
limitation?
when Adam and motherfucking Eve bit the motherfucking apple, bitch. If a motherfucker touched on me, bitch, and I didn't want to say something until 3,000 fucking years later, 2,000 years later, I can do that. Okay, because that doesn't mean it still didn't hurt me. Doesn't mean it still didn't haunt me or make me feel some type of way. So
So
it
do you
don't matter.
believe
Ain't no time limit
so do you
on.
believe let me ask you, do you believe that now you start to see a lot more celebrities coming out with that type of shit now? Do you feel like it's about the money or you think it's more about what you just said, the
Hell
emotional
no.
distress?
Because if it was
I mean, do
about
you
the
believe all
money,
of the shit?
the motherfuckers would have been said something. They wouldn't wait till years later and be like, "Oh, I need
Because
$10
now
for a
T.I. is
motherfucker."
going through a similar situation now. I don't know if you know that he's going through a little
Who?
situation. T.I. is going through a bit of a situation. Him and Tiny is going through a
I
similar
thought that
situation.
ended.
No, no.
Because then they have it to some a woman said that they drugged her.
She signed the NDA, but now it's coming out what you're talking about. So they don't know if they're going to file charges on him or not. Same thing with our quarterback, Deshaun Watson. He has 22 sexual allegations of misconduct by getting a massage. Did he do it? I don't know. There's 22 people saying that he did. I don't know. I don't have I don't know. What do you think about that?
I think people need to stop sexually assaulting and sexually abusing people and leave people the fuck alone. If somebody say no, bitch, move on to the next hoe. If one hoe say no, move on to the next hoe. That's what motherfuckers need to be doing. Okay?
Do you believe there's groupies in each circle? Like that's going to basically give up the buns. Do you believe there's a groupie in every pack, or you say there's no such thing as groupies? Like groupies. That's just for that type of shit. Like they gonna get out there, they gonna give it up for the money.
You
Or you
talking
don't
about
think
groupies?
what I mean by groupies meaning that let's say you go out with a group of people let's say you go out with a group of people, right? But you know that one person in the group, they damn near down to do whatever. That one person, but everybody else in the group is more. They got their head on straight. They ain't with all that shit. But that one person in the group is down to do damn near whatever. That's what I mean by it's always somebody within the group that's a grouping. I didn't see it in the club. I didn't see it happen one too many times. It's always that one person that's down to do some shit that really ain't supposed to even. They own some money type shit, but at the same time it don't make it right neither. If a female say no or a man say no, no mean fucking no.
Exactly. So people are getting, when people are celebrities, they feel like they're a god, you know, because they have
Jeffrey Epstein, that's what he thought.
they
Look what
have some
happened.
type of control, and they feel like they can do whatever the fuck they want and not seek any consequences for their actions. Some get away with it and some don't. But when the shit hits the fan, that's when these people get brought back down to earth, and they be looking so fucking stupid after all the fucking hurt and pain they have caused people, because they thought that they were holier than that, not holier than thou, but they thought that they were a god or a goddess or a president in their world because of what people have hyped them up to be.
Donald
And
Trump was
so
another
that's
one.
why these people come when they get in trouble for the things that they do, they really don't see have any remorse. When you look in their face, there's no remorse because they don't feel like they've done nothing wrong.
They figure like they pockets are so deep. Oh, you know what? I just throw some money at the bitch and it'd be over with. Bitch, sign this NDA and be on your way.
And so you
That's
got to
pretty
be
much what
careful
they
with
telling
that.
you.
Like, because some people, as you can see with the Tiny and Ti situation, one person is now going against that NDA. So, like,
But my question is, do you feel like some of these people put themselves in a position? Like when I mean by that, let's say me and you go out and you know good goddamn well that this female or this man that you with know damn well he ain't got no business hanging with that man because you know what that man trying to do. If you see the intent of a person what they trying to do, then why even fuck with them from the get go?
right.
If you know what the intent is. So I feel like some of these situations can be avoided, but I'm not speaking on older people, but further as young people, you basically taking advantage of them. When you look at down the line, you're taking advantage because they don't have no intuition to say, I'm not gonna fuck with that person. Then I can see what he about. They can physically see, what this person is about before they even get with him. They got the intuitions.
Well, everybody can't pick it up. Some people are good manipulators, and it don't matter what age you are. So, people are very deceiving. So you could read a person wrong. You could
Should I
think
just seen
him
that person on Facebook who killed his girlfriend because he got in his feeling? I don't know if you just recently seen it. Dude went to his baby mama house and his ex and shot both of them, and then he killed himself because the girlfriend was fucking over him.
that shit. I just never understand because it's like, bitch, you killing. You could have just killed yourself for one. Two, you still not gonna see me in the afterlife because you just killed yourself. So, bitch, you still not gonna see me then. Cause, bitch, we going to two different places. Bitch, I won't be nowhere near you, bitch. You kill me,
Depression
bitch.
is
You going
real
to
though.
hell.
Depression and mental health is fucking real. That shit is starting to become more and more real. Teenagers, our cousin, who had a little situation. I'm not gonna put our family out there, but what happened to one of our family members. Mental health is fucking real. That shit is legitimate.
It is.
It needs to be more spoken about, but nobody, once again, nobody wants to go into that realm of a conversation, you know, to find out. Nobody wants to take medication now. Nobody wants to take medication now. Same thing with this damn virus shit. Nobody want to take that bullshit ass shot because we all know it's full of shit. And it's been proven. I mean, people dying with or without it.
Yes, it's true. The only thing with the shot, it does help you fight off the sickness versus
Right. You just
somebody who
won't die.
didn't
You
have it.
won't die,
So
basically.
that's what it does. But I talk with people on a regular basis, because I work in that field, and the media, the news, they have put mind control. It's so easy
Mind fuck
to
you.
it's
Mind
so
fuck
easy
you.
to influence and control older people's minds because the older you get, the more paranoid you are. And they know old people watch the news because they ain't got shit else to do.
Eddie
So,
Griffin said it best. If you have a mask and you still can smell your ass in the fort, it's not protecting you. So what you wearing a mask for? When you go to a restaurant, you ever think about when you go sit down in a restaurant, when you take that mask down, you got to eat? So what the fuck is you wearing a mask for in a restaurant? When you get to that table, you're going to just take it off anyway. I don't understand it.
well, the thing is, people think, not all, but majority of people who are, I'm not going to call them dumb, we're just going to say they're ignorant. They believe because they've been brainwashed from the media that this shot, the booster, the Moderna, the Pfizer, the J&J,
That
they
it's a chip.
believe
It's a
that
chip
they will
they put
not
in it.
get COVID from
Oh, so
getting the
long. Some they
shot.
go deeper than that. Some people say
And it's wrong.
you getting a chip stuck in you, and the
And
government's
that's
gonna
what
force you.
I just told a lady this the other day on the phone. She called at my job. She said, can I get COVID still if I get these shots, the boost? I said, yes, ma'am, you can. I said, you can actually get COVID, turn around and get the Delta variant tomorrow and get the booster today. Like, it doesn't matter. She was like, well, why do I even need to get the shot then if I'm still going to get? And I just said, well, ma'am, that's just the choice. You decide that. But I told her, there's no shot on this earth that can prevent you from getting an illness. Not one. And I had to
Yeah.
remind her of the flu vaccination. I said, ma'am, before COVID or right when it hit, I remember them saying that the previous, like in 2019 or some shit like that, 43,000 people had died from the flu. Okay.
I remember that.
And think about how many of those people had the flu vaccination that still died anyway. So it
Well,
just,
now they're trying to force it up on you now. Now they're trying to force that shit on people now.
yeah.
Say if you
And
don't, if you can't go to
and
work or if
that's
you
what
can't go
kills
this, it's
me.
starting to get ridiculous.
It is ridiculous that you're trying to mandate that, because if you're gonna mandate that, you need to mandate every other fucking shot for every
But
other
what
thing. If
about
you like, you
cancer?
mandate
If you
hepatitis
came
B
up with
and
this
C and
fucking
A
cure,
shots.
this so-called cure, then where's the cure for cancer? I believe they got the cure for cancer. I truly believe they got a cure for cancer and AIDS. I truly believe that they have a cure for that shit. And not only the higher up, the rich people, the secret societies, they have that shit. I
I
believe
mean,
that.
you got to think about population control. A lot of this shit starts with that, you know, and what they're doing is just trying to with the COVID, because there's so many people that's dying and heading out and they want to. They
They're
got all
killing
this
off a
shit
lot of
going
the
on
old
with
people.
with the shots, and trying to at least say, okay, well, we gonna trick them and make them believe that they take this shot, they ain't gonna get COVID. And that's what people are thinking. So people are getting all these shots and lying, getting third shots, getting every shot, just flocking to it. I got people saying, I need to get my booster because I just don't want to get sick. I said, ma'am, this is not something that is mandatory. First of all,
Right?
it's not required for you to get a booster. It's called a booster. Okay, a boost. It's nobody said it was mandatory. But when you look on the news, what are they telling these people?
They make it seem like you have to. Like,
They
I'm
make
gonna
it
be
seem
real
like
with
they
you.
have
My
to get
daughter
it,
didn't
and
get that
if they
damn
don't get it,
shot. I
something's
said
gonna
no.
happen.
I told my baby mama, me and her discussed. We was like, no. They're trying to put it on the kids. No, no.
I mean,
I
it's
said
only a
no to
matter
my
of time
daughter.
before it is mandatory and we all gonna end up getting it. But I'm one to fight the system until I can. Right now, my job requires me to get tested twice a month.
Well, just like
So
them
I have
football
to send
players,
that
they
in.
get tested going to the facility.
Huh?
That's just like NFL players and NBA players. They get tested before they can play. So that's pretty much the standard
And I
nowadays.
would prefer that. Like, just have me go get tested. I don't mind getting tested for it instead of trying to mandate for me to get a fucking shot. Bitch, let me motherfucking me test every 2 weeks and send you my results.
Well,
Because
if
it
only our
makes no
sexual partners would
sense
do that,
for
huh?
you to force somebody to get a shot. I could sit. I could go get the motherfucking J&J tomorrow because y'all want to mandate it so bad. I could go and get the J&J tomorrow, turn right around and get COVID the next day.
That's
So
correct.
why are you trying to mandate something that I can still get?
And I caught the damn virus. I caught it.
Yeah, I
I
had
caught
it
it.
in Memorial Day weekend. That's when I had got it.
And it scared the living shit out of me. I'm gonna be honest. It scared the living shit out of me.
I really feel like I caught it the year before COVID even hit,
I
honestly.
think I did
Because I
too.
had got sick real bad in November of 2019 twice.
Just thank God that you still living and breathing. Because I know somebody personally, it hurt me at my core. One of my church members passed, and I knew her. It was just, I felt like it was not her time. That's just my opinion. I feel like it was not her time. She died because of the coronavirus. And it hit me
Yeah,
hard.
we all have suffered from somebody close, somebody we knew, they have died. There hasn't been one person that have not encountered that has not lost somebody or
It
knew
would have hurt us
somebody.
more had it been grandmother been alive. I mean, I'm glad grandma was in heaven. I'm kind of glad she didn't have to sit around for this shit because I would have been mentally screwed up even more than I am now.
Yeah. Yeah, my granny on my dad's side, she won't even come out the house. She don't even want to come out the house. She's gotten so paranoid and so scared that she don't want to go. And I'm gonna have to pull her ass out of her house this upcoming weekend because it's her birthday. So I'm hoping that goes well. I know I'm not going to be able to have her out too long. So I'm like, hell, do I need
So
to
you know that she
have?
probably won't damn near not even go to the grocery store. She probably want to send other people to the grocery store.
Yeah,
So shit, grandma would have did us.
yeah, she do not want to be out. Mm-mm. I mean, but hey, what can you do? I tell people, I try to encourage people that call into my job, and I say, you know what, baby? I let them know, look, don't hide from the world. Go and live your life still. Just be smart about your decisions. Just
What
be
do you feel about
safe.
kids? Do you think it should be pushed up on kids, or you think they should leave the kids out of it?
Well, you talking about it's mandating it for the kids, or what are you talking about?
Right? Do you feel like it should be forced upon these kids to take the jab as they call it?
I don't think it should be forced on anybody, regardless of what age you are.
I agree.
Like, you shouldn't tell somebody what they can fucking do with their body.
I agree.
And in my case, and going back to all these other shots that are mandatory, that were forced upon us against our will, we don't know what this shit did to us or doing to us is going to do to us in the
Yeah, we
future.
take
All these
medication that
shots,
we can't even fucking spell. We take
right?
medications that we can't even fucking spell, and we take them motherfuckers and knock them back like it's an X pill.
Right?
Some of the pills we don't even know what the fuck it really supposed to do, but we take them.
Exactly. Think about all these illnesses that come up out of nowhere, like all these cancers and all types of shit that can't be figured out, like, and nobody knows. But yeah, we've been having to take shots since we were fucking kids. Since we hopped up out the fucking womb, we've been taking motherfucking shots, and we don't know what this shit has done to us, or is doing to us, or will do to us. The food, the food ain't safe either.
Nope. That's a big. It even tell you some of the shit. You have to watch what you cooking. It. I don't eat a lot of pork at all. I really don't.
And
I
it's
really
not
don't eat a
even
whole lot
just
of pork.
that. It's not even just meat. It's fruits. It's veggies. If
Everything is
it's like
being
if you
rushed.
ain't your own farmer, if you ain't got your own farm, bitch, you're screwed.
You're buying clone food. I believe that. I believe we eating clone food.
Like, so all you can do is try your best to
To
eat
live
what
your
you
best
think is
life.
healthy, keep yourself right, vitamins and herbs and all
I
types of
do.
shit
I,
like
I
that.
now take vitamins. I don't have to, but I do it because ever since the Corona shit came out, I'm taking all kind of regular vitamins on the better because them vitamins they do the shit they supposed to do. It helps your body.
They do. I remember when I caught COVID, one of the things that helped me was the it's called moringa powder. It's natural organic leaf powder. It's literally like grinded up motherfucking leaf from this a fucking tree in India. And I took a spoon of that every fucking day. Like, and it was organic. That's what got me cured from motherfucking the COVID shit. Um, and I was taking turmeric shots as well and vitamins. But yeah, the shit is it's real out here. But
Where you at now? San Antonio or Austin?
nigga, I'm in Houston.
I thought you were still in Austin. I never know where you
I
at.
never lived in Austin.
I thought you did. For some reason, I thought you lived down there in Austin, living your best life out there.
I lived in San Antonio, which is next door to Austin, and I would be there sometimes on the weekend.
What y'all did for Thanksgiving? I don't know if you was down there with your mama or came down or what.
No, I went to what did I go to? I went to my friend's house. Then I
Yeah,
went
I
to
see you be doing your thing.
yeah.
That's
But
one thing
yeah,
I'm gonna have to do with you. I'm gonna have to go out with you and see what I want to know. I'm not saying I'm not saying you know I'm not gay, but I'm okay with it. I ain't tripping. But I want to go out with you in a night, in a day, and I want to know what it's like to go out and just do something that I haven't done outside of my own comfort zone, just to know what is it like.
if
You
if
know?
straight if gay people could go to straight clubs all the time, then there's no reason why straight people can't go to gay clubs.
Well, I don't really give a shit because I know I don't really give a shit what people say about me anyway. I mean, people been talking about my ass since I was born, so it don't really matter to me. But I would like to go out a night and a day with you and know this to
I've
see.
actually had one of my straight friends back in San
I am
Antonio.
curious to know what it's like.
One of my straight friends back in San Antonio, I invited him out to a gay club one time and he came. He came. And he got that experience. There's couples, straight heterosexual couples that will come to the club, and party with us. They'll mind their own business and it'll be nothing. There's nothing wrong. Like I've had straight dudes tell me, I was like, hey man, I have more fun here with you guys than being at the straight clubs.
Well, one thing I've never done on my DJ list, I've never DJ'd a gay club. That's one thing I want to do. I want to DJ a gay party. I just do to see what the atmosphere is like, other than what I'm used to. What I'm used to. That's one thing I've
Yeah,
never done.
definitely. I think you should. That'll be a great experience for you to have. Um, and for you to get that knowledge and just to see what, how it's like. So
I do. I see you have big fun. I see that all the time on your video, your YouTube, your Snapchat. I see you have, you living your life. You ain't gonna let nobody stop you from living. You do
you
that.
at
I
all
see you that.
at the fuck all.
But I definitely want to, DJ. I want to go into a gay club and see what the DJ's even like, because I know that's a big question to me. What is the DJ like when he's in there? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's his mind
It's the
frame?
same as any other DJ. It's the same. It's the exact same.
I just want to know what the vibes and what the energy is in the room. A DJ, you just know what it's like when you behind the booth. You just you know when you hit that booth. I'm just gonna say something that just like your job. It's something I just want to see for myself. What is it like?
Right.
I'm just having a curious mind to know, what is that life like?
Well, when you come to Houston, you know who to hit up.
I got your number. I definitely got your number.
Yes, sir.
But we got to do
Well,
this again. I know it's getting late. I'm getting hungry, so I'm gonna
I
finish
am
my.
too.
So I appreciate you coming on my podcast. We're gonna do this again now that I know how to set everything up. Shout out to
Yes.
Oko. I don't know if you know who that is. That's Team Truth. I've been riding with them for a long time, and they ride with me, and I ride with them. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to his channel. Shout out to the channel before we go.
So again, you guys can subscribe to my channel, Officially Beezy. I sing, I act, I model, I do all of that. I'm coming for you guys in 2022. I'll be coming to a theater, a stage, a
Hold
runway,
on.
a
What you
concert
doing for New
near
Year's?
you.
Let me put it this way. What are you doing for New Year's?
I have no plans yet.
We're gonna talk off camera. I come up with some shit that we could do, that I could do, and we both can have a fucking good time. I could do what I want to do, and you could do what you need to do. We gonna make some shit happen.
Okay.
So I'm gonna holler at y'all. Y'all already know my name already. It is what it is. I'm DJ Amazing, Simply Amazing. I'll fuck with y'all later.